2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have not been playing their best basketball. They've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And you look around the league, many teams in the South can struggle with attendance. That has not been the case in Memphis, though, fellas.
You know, the basketball capital of the South, Memphis is a hoop city.
And
guess what? The barbecue on Beale Street is delicious.
Wow, the barbecue capital of the South.
What kind of barbecue do you get when you go? Is it chicken? Is it ribs? Is it Brunswick stew?
I get chickens. I get ribs.
Chickens.
I get
Not just one.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
not just
multiple
one.
chickens.
I get chickens. I get beef, and I get the brontosaurus.
Okay.
The brontosaurus.
Just think about that big, Ernie.
Oh, wow.
Think about that big, Ernie. You can't eat it. You can't eat it by yourself.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had the
Is
brontosaurus.
that what Wilma gets too? And Barney and Betty? Good.
Well, Memphis, the capital of the South in basketball.
Basketball capital of the South.
You know,
I don't know if the folks in Atlanta are going to be wild about Memphis getting that.
But the Grizzlies, they fit just fine. We like them.
Yeah. Oh, that does it for us.
Yes.
Kevin Harlan with the call. We'll see you a bit later.
Wilma!
It's interconference time for the New York Knicks as they travel to enemy territory looking for a win. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. And the Grizzlies on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. And, of course, Ben McLemore. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And Kevin, he was an important player for him. I think more than people give him credit for. And that's not to say the trade was a mistake. But this is a guy they'll miss.
So Memphis will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Enes Kanter is out there with Thomas. Then it's Moutier. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Ntilikina in at the 2 spot. Doris, a wealth of experience, will be out on that 4 here tonight. 2 veteran ball clubs for sure. What kind of game does that typically bring us?
Well, like you, Kevin, these guys are very savvy.
Yes.
They'll bring good fundamentals. They understand the big picture, and they know how to play the right way.
They get the rebound. On defense, New York. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed like they were very dependent from the three-point stripe, and it made things way too easy for the defense.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Kanter, the pass to Moutier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And You can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
The free throw good from Moutier. He doesn't get the second one.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
On defense, the Grizzlies, they couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right. There has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Pass to Anderson. Fires from the wing. Offensive rebound. Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Moutier kicks to Thomas. Back to Moutier. Rejected by Gasol. And Anderson has it in the corner. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Now, here's Cantor. 20 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Here's Conley. After Enes Kanter's basket, good-looking screen by Gasol. Teardrop shot. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Moutier dishes to Cantor. Thomas kicks to Hardaway. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Anderson. But he gets it back. It's rebounded by New York. Last time they met in New York.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, that second unit was fantastic in the last meeting. They infused a ton of energy and, somewhat surprisingly, a lot of points production.
Now here is Hardaway. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Here is Anderson following the score by New York. Conley, the pass to Gasol, and he gets the bucket. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
And, Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
Now here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard, Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
And Doris, you look at the Knicks team, and clearly the future is going to be built around Porzingis.
Well, and you think back to the Knicks mortgaging away their future at times to make a run to playoffs, but I think it's now time to build from the ground up. They've got some draft picks to work with going forward, and though it may not be immediate, Porzingis is a nice centerpiece to build around.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
That free throw good from Gasol. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him, you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done. Yeah, Ntilikina there attacking the rim, an explosive long guard who can get to the rack with the best of them.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 6. Bucket is good.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through. And that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. 11-point game. Anderson with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
Now here's Moutier. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Knicks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
One shot, gentlemen.
A free throw good from Moutier. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
Kept alive. Gasol. It's deflected, and they get it back. Anderson dishes to Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Down low. They shoot again. And Gasol with the lay-in. Gasol's got 8 points.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Cantor. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Ntilikina. And Gasol sends it back. Over in the corner, Conley. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks trail by 10. Cantor kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. To the left wing. Here's Cantor. New York, no good that time either.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
No, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now here's Conley. And in the game with the Lakers, he did not play that well. Gasol, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Andrew Harrison's checked in for Garrett Temple. And then for New York, Williams, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lee comes in for Ntilikina. And it's Burke in for Moutier. New York calls timeout. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Johnson, he's checked in for Gasol. Chandler Parsons comes in for JaMychal Green. Caspi, he's checked in for Anderson. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. Here is Caspi. 11 points last game.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Burke kicks to Hezonja. On the wing, Williams. Lee passes to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Williams. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, just no reason Lee should be left to shoot open shots from there. He's a remarkable long-distance shooter.
There's Harrison, covered by Lee. Parsons, right side, misses off the right iron.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Burke kicks to Hezonja. They set the pick. Lee outside. Jumper off the screen. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Memphis the other way. Parsons outside. The feed to Caspi. Pass to Harrison. Back to Caspi. Shoots a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge. You had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Harrison, looking for his first basket still in this one. Feeds to Caspi. Parsons outside. And the miss by Parsons.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
He's guarded by Johnson. Back to Burke. Now the pass to Hezonja. Over Parsons.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Chalmers pass to Harrison. Kicks to Parsons. Memphis moving it around. They get the rebound. Johnson off target at the rim. Knicks trail by 11. Goes up on the block. Parsons with the rebound. Caspi, that's for 2. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Here's Burke. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Here's Parsons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they've needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
You know, who would have thought that Parsons, a second-round pick, would eventually become the subject of a monster bidding war?
Knicks trail by 12. Burke dishes to Williams. They set the pick, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And a look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for New York.
And the corner three has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range triple. .107 left to play here in the first.
And Chalmers kicks to Caspi. He dishes it to Parsons. Back to Caspi. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. Knicks trail by 12. Right side, Williams. It's Hezonja in the corner. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Hezonja's got 5 now.
Boy, the D just not quite close enough to prevent that three. I mean, you can't give him that kind of space.
Trains the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And that one's good. Burke.
They are just killing them on the interior.
29 seconds left in the first quarter. The Grizzlies shooting to start out this game about 43%. Parsons on the wing, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Burke. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. There's the pick. Pick by Williams. Here's Hezonja. Offline with his three. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Grizzlies out in front, up 10. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Knicks trail by 10. Chandler Parsons out there with Johnson. Then there's Caspi. Then it's Fresh. And it's Harrison in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Hezonja. Shot from 16. Good. Hezonja's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Knicks.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Johnson, the pass to Parsons. Here's Harrison. Clock at 6. Johnson the screen. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
They set the pick. Lee kicks to Hezonja. On the wing, Williams. Stolen. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Harrison. He feeds it to Johnson. Count it. Good. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
You know, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Now here's Lee. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Tries again. It's Hezonja in the corner. And the three ball is good. Hezonja's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
You think back to how Jeff Hornacek was as a player. Doris, you see that same demeanor on the sidelines.
Well, what you're talking about there, Kev, is sort of that gritty, no-nonsense, tough-minded approach. What Jeff Hornacek was as a player, he certainly displays similar attributes as a coach.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Lee, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you look at Courtney Lee, a consistent presence at the shooting guard spot. You know, Doris, you know what you're going to get out of him from night to night.
There's real value in understanding you're going to get a tough defender, a guy who can space the floor on the offensive end, and he's not shy about doing the dirty work, Kev. He'll dig in and do the little things that help you win ball games.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Doris, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, a game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
And so he hits both.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
New York calls timeout. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm, and more recently you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Conley left side. And it's good for 2. Conley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Here's Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. Another shot. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 6.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. And LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much.
And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Knicks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's Temple. He's got 11. He kicks to Green. There's the pick. Back to Temple. Now Conley. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Thomas up top. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, this guy battles for everything he can get. Lance Thomas absorbs the hit, completes the play. Classic Lance Thomas.
And Lance Thomas, a bit of a tweener forward. He can fill in at either spot, neat minutes for a team, while Doris still giving you solid production at both ends of the floor.
Right. What Lance brings is a guy who can play with his back to the basket or facing up. Decisive with his movements when he has the ball. Consistency, I'd say, is the only issue for him at times.
That free throw good from Thomas.
Well, how about this guy? Undrafted after winning a national championship in college at Duke, Lance Thomas, one of those classic glue guys.
Now here is Conley. Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 10 points for Marc Gasol.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Now here's Moutier over by Conley. Moutier dishes to Cantor, and Gasol sends it back. From 12 feet out, it's hauled in by Thomas. Knicks trail by 14. Moutier passes to Hardaway. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 10th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. Well, you look at Ntilikina, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
Conley with the screen on Thomas. Green, the screen. Here's Temple. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Here's Ntilikina. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And Ntilikina is a blur in the open court. So fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Gets it down to single digits. Ntilikina's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Conley kicks to Anderson. Green, the screen.
I'll tell you, with that being a second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
Conley kicks to Anderson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter. Doris, with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone, does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. Free throw, good, Anderson. Both free throws good from Anderson. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. From deep, Gasol. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Thomas, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Conley inside the line. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
His shot's hitting on another level here in the second. I mean, it's looking effortless now.
And Moutier throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Memphis has gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Conley. Thomas with the block. Here's Hardaway. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Gasol. And Temple kicks to Green. Back to Temple. To the wing right side. Conley dishes to Gasol. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Memphis leading by 8. And here is Conley. 6 points for him. Over Moutier. Here's Anderson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
And that one misses. Some changes for Memphis. Caspi, he's checked in for Green. Andrew Harrison comes in for Garrett Temple. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. So he comes up empty at the line.
And guys, you have to be able to knock down your free throws. Struggling with that this quarter. Good way to let your opponent back in the game. Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the score by New York. Little turnaround. That's short off the rim.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Left side Gasol. To the paint. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. So it's the Knicks now, out to the wing. Lasagna, the pass to Williams. New York moving the ball around. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Williams. Burke's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Chalmers kicks to Harrison. Passes to Chalmers. Now Casper. He has 6. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gasol's got 15 points.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Here's Ntilikina, and again it's New York.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
To the middle, here's Gasol. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. 17 points in the game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Out left to the wing, launches it. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Harrison. Knicks with the rebound. Hazonia kicks to Burke. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here.
Two shots.
He's off on the first. Ice Johnson, he's checked in for Memphis. Parsons comes in for Anderson, and a switcher also for New York. Lee's checked in. He hits the second from the line. 36 seconds left in the first half. Here's Harrison, covered by Lee. Harrison kicks to Johnson. There's a screen. There's the dish to Parsons. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
And Hazonia gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
From deep. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for the Memphis Grizzlies. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are leading by 4. Kenny, some perspective, please.
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass cleaned.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, he has been in the grill of his man all night. He's used his reach to turn away those shots. You have to love the defensive effort.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Knicks trail by 4. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Thomas. Ntilikina out there with Moutier. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Hardaway has got the first bucket of the third here for New York.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dishes to Temple. Gasol against Thomas. And there's the feed to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Gasol a screen. A floater. Out of hand on it. Anderson against Hardaway. To the left wing. Moutier dishes to Cantor. No good. That would have tied it. Memphis has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Outside Conley. Outside Gasol. Over Thomas. And Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got 19 points.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have. Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Anderson passes to Gasol. It's rebounded by New York. Thomas got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Moutier, covered by Conley. Moutier dishes to Cantor. Hardaway for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Conley. Pass to Gasol. Back to Conley. Outside Green. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Doris, back in college, you were named to the All-Big East team. What an honor. You've been a broadcaster for Big East games in college basketball. Any players from that conference who would say, in your opinion, are better pros than they were in college?
Well, I think Josh Hart from Villanova would be a player that I'm curious to see what level of effect he has at the NBA level. He's not a guy who's going to blow you away with his athleticism, but all he did at Villanova was win. He's got 1 national championship to his credit. He was an effective two-way player in the Big East. Does he translate to the pros? I can't wait to see.
And Doris, multiple years at the college game, too.
Kevin, I think that perception is changing. There was a time where if you were a 4-year college player, you were frowned upon in the NBA. I think because of the age and experience, GMs and coaches are now looking at those guys who spend multiple years in college in a vastly different and much more positive light.
Very interesting thought. Now here's Gasol, following the miss by Emmanuel Moutier. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
Now, here's Gasol. 19 points in the game. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. With some arc, the shot missing. Now the Knicks take it the other way. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. A 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. Here's Hardaway, and the layup is good. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
Ntilikina is a guy who's known for passing, has great instincts, and really is good in terms of his ability to just move the ball.
Now here's Conley. He's got 8. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Gasol.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
For New York, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Moutier kicks to Cantor. Thomas goes in. Great D that time from Green. And the Grizzlies shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Here's Anderson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter. For Memphis, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Anderson. Here's Lee. He's got 5. Feeds it to Cantor. Now the pass to Moutier. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Conley kicks to Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Golden State. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Memphis just way behind.
And, guys, when you look at Memphis, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
Can't connect from short range.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Burke, the pass to Williams. Cantor dishes to Williams. Outside Thomas for the lead. It's rebounded by Memphis. At one point they led by 16. Nobody near Parsons. Offline with his 3. New York trailing. For the tie. Rejected by Gasol. Parsons against Williams. And Parsons kicks to Conley. Outside, Green. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Trying to find Parsons and gets it to him. They get it back. Down low, Temple. Excellent D there from Williams. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. That ties the game. And it's 9 points for Trey Burke.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Now here's Burke. 9 points in the game so far. Lee kicks to Cantor. For the lead. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Gasol. Parsons with it. Williams picks him up. Gasol a screen. To the inside. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 21 points for Marc Gasol.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A second chance effort. Yep, it counts.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
And Chalmers kicks to Caspi. In the corner, Parsons with it. He tries for three, and he's good on the three ball. Parsons got 5 points in the quarter.
I tell you, just a great step up for Parsons. He's lethal from out there.
Pick by Lee. Lasagna, the pass to Lee. They set the pick. Here's Lasagna, covered by Parsons. And Lasagna gets it to go. Lasagna's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Here's Harrison. Kicks it to Chalmers. He dishes it to Casper. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got his third assist on the night. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Harrison kicks to Chalmers. Parsons outside. Johnson dishes to Chalmers. Parsons outside. Johnson to screen. Puts up a 3. Parsons' shot is off. New York shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Williams, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Memphis called for the foul. The Knicks have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. He's off on the first. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. This is Chalmers up top. Burke covering. Parsons' shot is off. It's a close game here in Memphis. Lee outside. He feeds it to Burke. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Williams. No good with the triple.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, 1 miss isn't going to change that.
For Memphis, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. The free throw drops for Parsons. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:15 left to play here in the third. Burke kicks to Hezonja. Parsons against Williams. Out to the right wing. Here's Hezonja. Out to Lee. Second chance shot. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 5 assists tonight.
Remarkable speed by Lee. Really gets his shot up quickly.
Memphis trailing here. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Harrison. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. Kicks it out to Parsons. Passes it to Harrison. The dish to Casper. There's the feed to Chalmers. Here's Harrison. Johnson the screen. On its way from Parsons for 2. He doesn't hit that one. Burke with it. The inside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Knicks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Grizzlies shooting 43% from the floor. They've got fresh Chandler Parsons out there with Johnson. Then there's Caspi, and it's Harrison in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Ntilikina can't hit. Parsons, right side. Banked in off the glass. Parsons got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Now, here's Moutier. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Hezonja. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Harrison kicks to Chalmers. Puts up a 3. No good from Caspi. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Hezonja. Got a piece of it.
But he doesn't necessarily have great hops, but Parsons makes up for it with his timing.
They get it back. It's deflected, and it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. And so he makes both from the line. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And finish off by Hezonja. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Got a piece of it. Johnson. Moutier with the rebound. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hardaway against Anderson. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Launches a 3. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 13 feet away. Caspi with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Certainly not. This is when you want to see tight, aggressive defense, everybody on point down the stretch in a close game.
Azania's shot is off.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Harrison. Memphis moving that ball around. Caspi for 3. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Here's Hardaway. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And he makes the first. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Johnson. JaMychal Green comes in for Caspi. Garrett Temple has checked in for Harrison. And it's Conley in for Fresh. Cantor checked in for the Knicks. Lance Thomas comes in for Azania. Hardaway hits them both. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Good looking screen by Gasol. Over in the corner, Conley. High, arcing shot. Basket counts. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Cantor with a screen on Conley. Moutier pass to Cantor. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here is Conley. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Good looking screen by Gasol. And the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Hardaway hits them both. Now Conley. Green, the screen. In the corner, it's Temple. 5 to shoot. Gasol a screen. Temple can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 3. Moutier kicks to Thomas. Dishes to Cantor. Here's Ntilikina. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Cantor. Outside Thomas. Pass to Ntilikina. Tries again. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Temple kicks to Gasol. Goes up the baseline, and it's Memphis with another.
You know, that's a turnaround jumper, one of the toughest shots in the game to defend, and he pulled it off perfectly right there.
Here's Thomas, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, this guy combines hard work and intelligence. Lance Thomas baits the defender into committing that foul.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Shoots from the elbow. But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Now here's Moutier. Here's Cantor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
And he knocks down the first one. And Cantor drops them both.
And they've been so steady at the line in the second half. Gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
Now here's Conley. He kicks it to Temple. Back to Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. From beyond the arc, it's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's the screen. Moutier kicks to Thomas. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Conley. Feeds it to Gasol. Over Thomas. They get it again. Green. It's stolen by Moutier. Now the pass to Hardaway. The shot from the low post is good. Hardaway has got 6 points in the quarter.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
Conley dishes to Anderson. Gasol, a screen on Hardaway. Anderson passes to Green. Here's Temple. Gasol, a screen. With the teardrop. Here's Temple. Outside Conley. Outside Gasol. To the middle. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Thomas. Pass to Ntilikina. Stolen by Anderson.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The Knicks making a switch here. Lee's checked in. New York on D. They lead by 4. Here's Gasol. That's tipped. Green kicks to Anderson. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Temple. 5 on the clock. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Down low, Lee with the steal.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Conley. The Knicks making the shot. Kicks to Temple. Over in the corner, Green. Hits it from three-point range. That gives him the double-double. 12 points and 11 rebounds. The Knicks leading by 3. Moutier dishes to Cantor. Back to Moutier. Hardaway against Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway passes to Moutier. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Anderson kicks to Conley. Gasol a screen. Back to Anderson. Hangs. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Marc Gasol.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
There's a screen by Cantor. Lee goes in, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here is Conley, defended by Moutier. Good looking screen by Gasol. Over Thomas. And Cantor pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Oh, Kev, the guy's a jack of all trades. Now you're going to deliver big buckets? Come on now.
Green kicks to Temple. He feeds it to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. New York calls timeout. They lead by 3. There's 1:54 left to play here in the 4th. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Enes Kanter.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And Memphis making a change here. Harrison's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Well, Lee has proven to be a valuable role player throughout his career. The combination of shooting and defense is huge.
The Knicks leading by 4. And Kanter now top the key. Thomas dishes to Hardaway. Gasol against Kanter. Hardaway for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, you can tell Kanter uses his size to survey the floor, and he's really good at finding the holes in the defense with his passing.
New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Now here's Moutier. 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Gasol sends it back. 4-on-3 break. And that one's good. Harrison. .32 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Moutier with the ball. Passes to Cantor. Now here's Moutier. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Over Harrison. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lee's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
I'll tell you this, when Lee gets the ball in a good spot, he knows how to deliver. That quick trigger release is hard to deal with.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. And Chalmers kicks to Caspi. So it's New York picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.